I can't quite believe this, but it has been 6 years since I unveiled the very first model in the Playces series. And today, I'm excited to say that I have a major update to share with you about this project. So because this project predates my YouTube channel, it's probably a good idea that I start from the very beginning. Way back in 2019, I set out on a new experimental production that would provide people of all ages with a new and unique way to engage with my music, specifically as dynamic, non-linear soundtracks. You know, the kind of music often reserved for interactive screen-based media or video games. It was my aspiration to explore and develop a new way to platform that kind of music, beyond the pixel and outside of the screen. After all, dynamic, non-linear soundtracks are a gorgeous art form in their own right. In fact, they're the main reason why I became a music producer in the first place. And given that dynamic soundtracks can change their shape based on the time of day, or the weather, or how a character travels through an environment, or when a certain event takes place. It can make for an incredibly immersive and rewarding listening experience. It's beautiful. But if you're not a gamer, then there's virtually no way that you can experience this kind of music anywhere else. So I wanted to change that. And my effort to do that came to be known as Playces. Through the use of low-cost embeddable sensors, LED lighting, microcontrollers, and 100% recycled cardboard, I was able to build a series of interactive cardboard structures that provided people with the opportunity to explore, shape, trigger, and transform the soundtracks that emanated from these models. Playces was a modest, small-scale effort to try to do something quite big, without knowing if it was really possible at all. But despite the uncertainty, the project was a success, and Playces was well received by the general public, with many people commenting that they had never experienced music in this way before. In 2021, Playces went on to win an International MIDI Innovation Award for its novel use of MIDI. For anyone unfamiliar with that term, MIDI is the communications protocol that powers all modern electronic musical instruments, from hardware to software. And it was the language that I used to make it possible for these models to control and conduct the music that they generated. And since then, I've been trying to find a way to scale this project up considerably. In fact, during the MIDI Awards, celebrated designer, musician, and will.i.am collaborator Yuri Suzuki asked me this question.
And another question, like final question, is do you have any vision to like kind of enlarge or like kind of develop more for this project? If you have, can you share with us?
And when someone like Yuri Suzuki asks you that question, you end up giving it some serious thought. I certainly do, yes. I mean, to be honest, the first run of this project was just the beginning for Playces. So today, after an immense amount of planning and work, I'm happy to say that that dream has finally been made possible. Thanks to a very generous commission from the incredible Theatr Clwyd, along with funding from the Arts Council of Wales and wider support from the MIDI Association, I'm excited to announce the Playce, a mesmerising soundtrack experience made entirely from cardboard. The Playce will serve as a brand new large-scale model for the Playces series. And when I say large scale, I mean large scale. One of the shortcomings of the previous models was their limited size. Because of this, only a small handful of people could engage in the interactive soundtrack experience at any given moment. So this new creation in the Playces series is no tabletop sculpture. This will be a model cardboard town that you could literally walk through or be surrounded by, giving lots of people the opportunity to get hands-on with the interactive experience simultaneously. And it should end up looking something like this. The other shortcoming of the project previously was how long the work was made available for the public to experience. From weekend-long festivals to pop-up exhibitions, Playces has only ever been available to the public for a very short period of time since 2019, which has massively limited the reach of the unique experience that the work offers up. So thanks to my project partner Theatr Clwyd, the Playce will be made available for the public to experience totally free of charge for 1 whole year. The exact dates of this will be confirmed as this process unfolds. So over the coming months, I will be sharing regular updates here about the various phases of this production. And through these updates, you'll learn much more about the process behind how I create this kind of work. Starting with the physical design of the structures, to behind the scenes footage of the dynamic music soundtrack being written and recorded in the studio. The physical construction of the cardboard model itself, as well as the implementation of the interactive technology that brings it to life. Pretty much everything that's required of me to bring this gigantic vision out from a huge pile of discarded waste cardboard and out into the real world. Right the way up to the grand unveiling at Theatr Clwyd's exciting new venue, which is due to open in 2025. And I cannot wait to get started. To stay up to date with this project, please be sure to like and subscribe below because there is plenty more to come. And feel free to leave a comment too, because I would love to hear what you think about the plans for the Playce and everything that's yet to come. So until then, because it's time for me to go and find lots of cardboard. Lots and lots of cardboard.